Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So let's talk about your film. What a film. Oh my goodness. From start to finish, twist after twist after twist.
Right? You like it?
I loved it. I loved it. So, my first question to you is how did you get to be a part of this film?
Okay. I got reached by Jesse uh, on Instagram.
Really?
Yes.
How how did that even happen?
Okay. The thing is that um, he sent me a message and told me that he liked my work and he had a movie on the process. And I mean, you get a lot of those comments.
Hmm.
Not a lot, but I mean, usually that happens sometimes. And most of them, they don't go through. They just people wanted to make things and never happened. So I was like, okay, send me what you got. Sometimes people doesn't even have anything. They just say they want to do something. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna send it to you. I have the script. So he sent it. I read it, and I was like, wow, this is this is cool. So I was like, okay, hopefully this is real or this is gonna happen. So I told him I like the script. So what's your plan? So basically, he told me everything. He's like, okay, let's talk, and we did a Zoom. I guess it was Zoom. Um, so we talked, and he told me everything about it, his ideas, and everything. So he seemed to be like real, like he was so focused and he knew exactly what he wanted. So basically we talked and I was like, okay, I like it. I mean, I want to do it. So now I'm gonna put you guys in touch with my agent because I don't want to talk about any other stuff but
Yeah.
the character. And and then that was supposed to be made in California. Then he calls me and he's like, you know what? They're gonna stop this because the COVID and all this. We
Hmm.
cannot make it. And I was like, man. I was like, okay, let's just wait and see what happens. And suddenly he calls again. He's like, you know what? We're gonna do it, but we're going to Spain. And I was like, wow, this is even crazier. So that's how I got involved in it. And well, thanks to him. So I asked him, like, why me? Like, how did you find me? He was like, honestly, someone recommended me another actor. So I watched the TV show that it was in,
Hmm.
but then I saw you and I thought you were perfect for that. And then I find out that you were in this show, but I didn't recognize you at the time. So basically, he knew my work without knowing that it was, the same actor. And I mean, that's it. That's
That's
how,
amazing.
yeah, that
That's
was good.
that is probably the most unique uh audition. I hate saying audition story because it really wasn't even an audition. Getting a part story I've heard ever, just through Instagram, you get those things you're just like,
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
respond.
Yes, yes. So it was a very good surprise that I mean we did it, and honestly, I told them this. Jess is a great director. He's
Hmm.
amazing, and I told him I've been directed by maybe 50 directors, and I told him you're on top,
Hmm.
my favorite ones, and he is very good.
Yeah.
I I know that he's gonna do great things, even greater things. I mean, he's very talented.
Well, for you, you obviously play the bad character, but he's not your typical bad guy. There's a whole lot more underneath the surface that obviously, as you watch the film, you start to understand and you feel for him, which is not typically how you want to feel for the bad guy.
Yes.
So for you, did you feel that reading the script, and did you kind of really want to make that a point in your performance to show that, hey, yeah, I'm playing the bad guy, but you should also be feeling something for me?
Exactly. Well, basically, when I read the script, it kind of had the feeling that we had a window to play with that, and not showing, just like you're saying, like the bad guy, the mean guy that everyone is afraid and everyone hates. So thanks to that window, that gap, we talked, and I told Jesse, I was like, I just want to make him different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's still gonna be bad. He's gonna do horrible things. He's gonna do all these crazy things. But I wanna, even though it's not a, a good reason, but I wanna make him human. And basically, he was forced to do all these things. And even though that we didn't have too many opportunities or scenes to show what was behind all of his thoughts, there's only one scene that you can see that he's doing this because of something, which is his daughter.
I
I
did
mean, but
not see that coming.
exactly. So it's things that and then, well, and also in the other scene with well, I'm not gonna talk about the scene, but when I'm talking to to the to the guy who has the drugs,
Mm-hmm.
then you, once again, you get that sense of, I don't want to be doing this, but it's kind of like I give up, but I still have a hope.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think it shows in a way. I mean, obviously, I wanted to see more, like, wanted to know more, like, what happened? Like, why are you there? Well, why don't you just go away? But thanks to that scene with the picture, I think that brings it together and make people understand that, okay, that's why. Hopefully, I mean, I felt it.
Well, that's why
So
it's so relatable. Is you're watching this and you think one thing, and then the photo happens and you're just like, the new questions start arising. Well, wasn't there another way? Why is he doing this? And you can see that. And yes, we don't fully understand exactly where he's coming from, but the motivation behind it. And there's obviously much connection to what is going on in current news right now and what pushes people to do what they do. And in this case, we know it. So it's hard at the end of it to define him as a bad guy. Yes, he technically is a bad guy, but the reasons he's doing what he's doing, well, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Which one do you pick?
yes, exactly. I'm glad you felt that, because like with the other characters, you get to see what was going on their lives, in their past, like in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You see Tomas talking about his parent, his dad, and his grandpa, and then Lucy's character about her sister,
Mm-hmm.
and then Olivia's character about her mom, and so you know what's going on in their mind, in their heart. But with the Guillermo, you're not. You just have a little hint of,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, this guy is going through something. But I think it was well done. I mean, with that little thing, I think, I mean, like you say, it's different. You feel something for him,
Yeah.
something.
Well, and you don't have to question. I think that's how it's kudos to you. It's kudos to your director, because you don't question that when you're watching it. You immediately know I don't need more of a backstory. Would I love a backstory? Absolutely. But do I need it to continue the story? No, because I know exactly, once the photo was shown, I didn't have any more questions. I was like, yeah, I do that too. probably if I
Mhm.
were him. I understand where he's coming from. So for you, you shot in Spain, and I'm assuming, you spent a lot of time with your cast members and trying to, make this movie that not only is physically daunting because you're in the middle of Spain, out in the middle of nowhere, shooting in the elements, but it's got to be mentally exhausting too. So for you, how did you deal with those challenges?
Well, first of all, it was my first time in Spain, so which I was grateful, but at the same time, it was tough and hard because we were going through the COVID and we had no idea. It was just like kind of like new, and I mean, we were scared, and then they were saying that it was worse over there, but then we were like away from everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and then the movie was in the desert, so there's no people around. So that was one thing, and then the story, the place, then the cold, that it got very cold at some points, and then going through the story. I mean, it was. I'm not gonna say that it was like bad or so hard, but it was challenging. Like
Mm-hmm.
all these things going at the same time, it was challenging, and it was. I mean, I liked it. I enjoy it, and then watching the movie, and that's the movie magic. And I'm like, man, we're supposed to be in California, but no, like we're in Spain, like totally different country. I mean, it was a very good experience in my end. I mean, it was amazing. And then all the cast, that doesn't happen much in my experience. I mean, you get solid cast, and then not only that, but they're all like great people to work with. We became, friends. We became close. Everyone was helping each other. It was so nice. Even the producers, of course, the director, everyone was so nice, so humble, and I enjoy it a lot. Honestly, I mean, I miss that kind of set and people around.
Well, to wrap up our interview with one final question, what are you hoping fans get from the movie?
Well, first of all, I hope they like it. I mean, and pass the word so people can see it even more. And they should watch it. There's a lot of Latino power right there, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's nice for all of us to get opportunities and keep working. And there's always work for Latino, but I mean, it helps to open more jobs and more opportunities. And like we were saying, I mean, this is it's a different movie. It's different. It's not the typical. Like I said before, it's not the typical drug cartel movie. I mean, it's a lot more than that. A lot more. And I know people's gonna like it. Hopefully, but I know they're gonna like it.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. And I'm super excited for everyone to see it when it comes out later this week.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time, and thanks for everything. And I hope people enjoy the movie.